most I am yeoman, you know. And I remember when we used to play in the Euro World Cup in London at Easter always. And I don't know why, but on one occasion, 3 of us travelled by Aer Lingus. Mick, Sean as well, Mick and Sean, and Liam and myself. But it was Good Friday. But at 3 o'clock on Good Friday, we had to take the beads out and say the rosary on the plane. Hastings insisted on this, but he was some young man, you know.
Talk to me about Mayo football today, compared to your time. Mayo football today.
Yeah. Well, of course, I don't suppose you can compare it anyway, you know. We were very lucky in that at a particular time we had some of the, you know, we were lucky that this gang of great footballers came together at the one time, you know. And I suppose that's the difference. And they were an unusual team actually. They were a thinking team, you know. Yeah, it's an extraordinary makeup actually. You had 4 lawyers on it at least. You had 4 doctors at least, and a few on the sidelines. You had an engineer. You had Sean Wynn in goal, who was in the army. He was in the Air Corps actually. You had a farmer, Henry Dixon, at centre half back. You had probably the best of the whole lot of them was John Ford. John was a plasterer, and you had 2 policemen, you know, myself and Tom Langan. So it was an unusual team, you know, like they were definitely a thinking team, and great footballers, you know, that turned out. Possibly our forwards on a few occasions didn't perform the way they should. They certainly didn't perform against Meath in 49. Because that's when we should have won, definitely, you know. That was going to the match. The general consensus was that we'd win by 8 points or 9. It turned out Can you imagine having Sean Mulderrig at left half back and Billy Kenny at right half back? None of them ever played in a defensive position in their lifetime, you know. They were 2 good forwards. But sure, Jesus, like they couldn't defend. They didn't know how to defend, and that's what beat it in 49. No question about it, you know. And then 50, 51, they were okay. 52, I suppose we were a bit careless, you know. After you win a few All Irelands and you have been in All Ireland finals or semi-finals. Yeah, I suppose. Maybe this total determination that's required was missing, you know, until 1955. And of course, as I've said before, we played Dublin in the semi-final that day. Sure, dear God Almighty, we should have beaten Dublin out the field, you know, because I didn't see a ball. I didn't see not twice in the second half did I see a ball in my half of the field, you know. And it was all in their half, and we were kicking wides and missing and so forth. And as I said, then unfortunately, this lone ranger comes up and finds the ball and kicks it into our goalie. And he was always told, like, when you have a ball in your hand, step a yard out anyway, so that if anybody hits you, you're not going to go over the line. So didn't he turn? He turned sideways and dropped the ball on the wrong side of the line, you know. But I remember after that match, John Joshi, he got a big good jump. Kerry won that year, and John Joshi, he said to me, look, he says if you had beaten Dublin, would you shoot out the gate, you'd have beaten Kerry as far again out the gate, he said, you know. So that it was I suppose it was a fairly special team, really, wasn't it, when you think of it? Because you had Sean, you had Langan, you know, full forward. where would you get the likes of them? You wouldn't, you know. You'd Paddy Carney probably playing centre half or playing centre field, you know. Unbeatable, really. Yeah. Dixon was playing centre half back, and dear God Almighty, you wouldn't pass him with a tractor, you know. He was, and then the McAndrews, you know, Johnny was a great left full back, and you had Ford, you had Flanagan, you know, it was a great team, no question about it.